Welcome to Popular Pixel. This video is by request by several YouTubers here. So let's take a look. What I'm doing is running a test on the Sega CD on the Polymega to find out if there is any input lag. Of course, as you see by these slowdowns, that there is a slight input lag. Now, I'm not sure if I can actually get a proper reading on this since I don't actually have a slow speed camera. But from the looks of this, it seems to be about 2 frames of lag. And it's consistent. Now, if we go ahead and switch over to the manual test here, we're going to just get a different idea of actually where you press the button in the middle of that circle or whatever you want to call that to try to get an idea of how many frames per second of lag there actually is as if you're reacting to something on a video game. And as you can see here, it's 1.3 frames of lag, which honestly is not a whole lot. I mean, and that's a fraction of a second. Obviously, user input could be the error on a test like this, but still 1.2 frames. And 1.3 frames of lag. Now, I ran all of these tests about a dozen times just to get a good idea, and they were all consistent, basically landing in the same areas each time. So I didn't upload every single one of the tests. I had some tests that were 0.08, and then I had some tests that were like 2.8 across the board. On Polymega. This one here again being 1.5 frames of lag. Now here we are taking a look at the Sega CD. This is the Sega CD Model 2, and I wanted to make sure that I tested it on the exact same TV. So of course, doing so, there's going to be lag no matter where you're at. There's going to be some sort of lag input between the controller and the output of the monitor. But if we take a look here with the slowdown, again, it looks to be about 2 frames. That looked to be almost 3 frames. Again, a couple of frames there. But again, it's hard to determine that since I was just filming that with my iPhone rather than filming it with a proper camera to determine this. But we're going to switch over to the manual operation here as well because we want to make sure we're consistent across the board. .2 frames. Another 1.2 frames. So it looks like even on this monitor that it appears that the Genesis does have just slightly less lag, but then on this test, when we finish running this, we'll see that that number again jumps considerably to 1.6 frames. So across the board, both on the Polymega and the Sega CD, they seem pretty equal, but let's take a real-world test here. And let's take a look at Dance Dance Revolution. And obviously this being a music game, it's very important to make sure that your button presses are not going to have any lag, otherwise it is going to affect the gameplay. Now, I'm not the best DDR player, but even with that in mind, let's take a look here at what's going on. I mean, you see quite a few perfects popping up on the screen, a lot of greats. So it's one of those situations where when you put it into a real world situation, when you're actually playing the hardware as you should be, rather than trying to analyze it, you'll find that the hardware does not seem to have any lag at all. Now, I say it doesn't seem to have it because everything feels completely natural. Playing games that take precise inputs, either from the old school video games where you have that muscle memory that's going just perfect. It seems like there's no issue at all. And as you can see here with DDR, even though I haven't played this game in a million years, and obviously I'm not using the dance pad to do this, I am using a controller to do this. You'll see that it's pretty good. So what do I have to say? I mean, it looks like we're right where we should be. It's not too surprising, though. The emulation on this console is really good, and the input lag rivals that of the actual Sega CD. Anyways, we'll catch you next time on Pop Pixel. Thanks for watching.